Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast, the show that talks about why we do what we do and how we can do it better.
Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. My name is Chaz Molesky, and today we are going to talk about how to stop self-sabotage. This is a big problem for a lot of people, and I know myself, I've had my own struggles with it, but it's the question of how do we pursue something, make a change in our life, go after something that we really, truly desire, and not cut ourselves short in the process, not enter into that state of crippling self-doubt, self-sabotage that prevents us from getting so many things that in reality we can probably accomplish. And now if you're listening to this and you're nodding your head and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is what I need, then excellent, awesome, listen up. But as always, please remember, everything you're about to hear is meant to be acted upon. So if you just listen to this podcast and that's all you do is listen and you don't take any action, you're not going to get any results. So I want to be very upfront with that. Additionally, if you have not listened to past or previous episodes, please go back, check them out. You can obviously listen to this one first, but go back and listen to some of the older episodes and things that we've talked about. You're going to get so many good lessons for everyday occurrences that pop up in your life, how to overachieve or how to overcome them, how to achieve greater, and how to reinvent your life in a way that really propels growth moving forward. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic of how to stop self-sabotage. So there's a three-part process to this. And you could put other elements into it, that's fine. But I like to keep things simple. And I like to keep things mostly to a 3 to 5 step process. 5 steps for something that's a very complex issue that, takes a lot of work and a lot of mental fortitude. But a 3-step for things that are more easily controlled or at least more easily influenced. So for today, for stopping self-sabotage, we're using a 3-part system. And if you use this effectively, you can in fact, stop all self-sabotage that you do to yourself. And you can do it over and over and over again. It may seem too good to be true, but before you discount it, please just try it out, okay? This has worked for me, and it's worked for a ton of my personal coaching clients. So please take this and use it as needed. All right, so whenever you set out to achieve something, or you try to accomplish something great, make a change in your life, something along those lines, there's always going to be some doubt. Because especially if it's something you've never done before, you can't really pull from anything, right? You don't have any examples. You may have times that you've tried it in the past and it failed, or examples of why it can't work, which are never really empowering, right? And they're never going to get you to where you need to go. But you also don't really know where to look for the inspiration. So one of the things that's going to pop into your head, and this is the first part, okay, this is a question you have to ask. And these are the 3 questions. We'll get to all 3 through the podcast, but there are 3 questions that you have to ask yourself every time you're self-sabotaging and every time you're putting yourself into this mindset of, can I do this, right? So the first question you have to ask yourself when you're making a change, do I believe I can do it? And don't just take this at face value. This question is really, truly deep down. Do you believe with every fiber of your being, 100%, that the thing that you're trying to do or what you want to accomplish, do you believe that you can accomplish it? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. There's no, well, kind of, well, sort of. It's yes or it's no. And the reason it's just yes or no is because if you get lost in the middle, right? If you get lost in the story, you're going to find ways of making it not seem as bad as it possibly is, or maybe you're going to discount yourself and you're going to say, well, I think I can do it, but I'm just not 100% sure. You don't want to be left in this gray area of I don't know, all right? You want to be a yes or you want to be a no. So the first question, do I believe that I can do it? So let's say you're trying to take your business to the next level, or you're trying to get a raise at work, right? Do I believe I can get that raise? Yes, I do believe I can get it. No, I don't believe I can get it. Do I believe I can 10x my business results, or I can grow from this year to the next year? I totally just dropped a cup on the table and made a loud bang. So that's what that was. I wasn't smacking the microphone. Okay, do I believe that I can 10x my business, that I can grow it, I can take it to the next level? Do I believe truly that I can do that? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, awesome. We move on to the next question. If the answer is no, you have to evaluate that question and that answer that you gave, and you have to figure out why. Okay, I don't believe I can do it because X, Y, and Z, whatever that belief system is. Because listen, if you can't believe in something, if you don't believe that you can actually accomplish something, the chances of you accomplishing it are significantly lowered, if not non-existent. All right. So you have to have the belief first that you can actually do something. So the way to generate that belief is you have to look for examples that relate to your current situation. Has anybody been in the same situation as you have that found a way to be successful or that found a way to get what you want? And if they have, study them, right? Use them as a mentor, model what they did, what their path of success was, to be able to put that into your own life and replicate the results. You have to find examples that show possibility so that you can know that it is possible and that you can do it. All right. So that's the first thing that you have to figure out is, do I believe that I can do it? Yes, I do. Okay. Now, the only thing that's going to get you to where you need to go to do that thing, all right, you have to have a method. Right? You have to have a process. You have to have something that's going to actually pull you to that. So whether that's better finances, whether that's a better body, whether that's a better relationship, whatever it might be, there's got to be a strategy, right? There's got to be a method in place or something that you follow. So let's just use since we just talked about the business and financial or career, getting a raise, let's just use that as our example. Okay. So we want to get a raise. We want to 10x our business. We want to go to the next level. Awesome. Okay. Do I believe in the method that I'm using to get there? So, for example, if you want a raise and what you're doing is exactly what's needed and the only thing that's needed for work, and you're doing just enough to know that you're doing just enough. Okay, do I believe that that is the method that's going to get me to the next level, that's going to get me the raise? Do I really truly believe that's the way that it's going to be? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Simple as that, okay? And inherently, you're going to know this. Look, if you've been doing the bare minimum or you've just been doing what's necessary, you should know inherently it's not going to be enough, okay? So do I believe in the method, yes or no? If I don't believe in the method, then I'm not going to put 100% effort into the method of getting what I want, all right? This applies to all areas of life. So even if it's relationships or something, the method that you're using to get there, maybe you're on a dating app, maybe you're just randomly finding people and in the streets or at the bar or whatever it might be, right? When you're in that state, in that situation, do you believe that that is the most effective method of getting what you want? And if it's not, then find a better method. It's as simple as that. Look around, research, search around, but do not spend all of your time just looking for what quote unquote works. You need to really believe in a method. You need to believe in a strategy, and you have to follow that strategy 100% until you start seeing results. And if in the end you're not seeing any progress, not seeing any results, then you can change the strategy. But you have to believe in the strategy first. So make sure you're not just winging it, all right? And make sure you're not just randomly trying things to do something. Find a strategy that you believe in and follow it 100%, okay? Now, that's a second question. The third question to figure out and stop yourself from self-sabotaging is, do I believe that I'm worth it? And this sometimes is the hardest question to answer, right? Because we don't always believe we deserve the things that we get or the things that we want. And a lot of times our ambitions are so great that we feel like, well, who am I to deserve that? And what does my life even look like when I get to that point, right? And I can't even prepare for it. So if you really think about it, do I believe that I am worth that result? That I am worth the thing that I'm going for? If we're using our business example again, do I believe that I'm worth bigger business success? That I'm worth taking where I'm at right now and exponentially growing it to having a global impact? Do I believe that I'm worth an additional $10,000 a year salary? Do I believe I'm worth an additional $20,000? What is my level of belief of which I'm worth? Because guess what? Whatever you believe you're worth, you're going to find a way to be worth that exact amount. So if you don't feel like you're worth anything more than you're getting right now, then chances are you're only going to get what you're getting right now, because you don't have the belief that you're worth more. So do I believe that I'm worth it? Yes, I believe I'm worth it. No, I don't believe I'm worth it. And if you don't believe you're worth it, why not? Are you using stories of past failures? Are you using examples of why it's possibly not going to work? Or are you using examples from friends that you don't have any experience with, but you know somebody who tried this or who tried to ask for a raise and they got denied and it ruined their life, they got fired? Are you pulling from examples that have no real factual basis in your own life? They're just examples from other people's that you're now using as a description of why you can't get what you want or why you're not worth what you want. You have to really dive into this if you're finding yourself in a position of wondering, well, even if I get that, like, do I deserve it? Am I worth that? Am I worth having that? And these are probably questions that you haven't consciously asked yourself, but it's all the internal dialogue and the internal conflict that's going on in your head of asking these questions subconsciously. So go through these questions. Number 1, do I believe I can do it? Number 2, do I believe in the method? And number 3, do I believe I'm worth it? And when you can answer yes to all 3 of those questions, you will stop self-sabotage every single time because you're so aligned, right? You're so ambitious about achieving whatever that might be in front of you that every answer is yes, then you're determined. You have the motivation. You have everything you need to move forward and get what you want because internally you already believe you're worth it. You already believe you can do it and you believe in the method of getting there. So you're going to put all of your energy into that. But if any of these is a no, your energy is going to be split and you're going to put energy into the thing that you don't want as opposed to what you do want. So take some time now, run through your own head these 3 questions. Do I believe I can do it? Do I believe in the method? And do I believe I'm worth it? And once you find your answers, break them down just like I did and really find for yourself what needs to change or what I need to push harder with. Right? What I need to continue, and I need to put all my eggs in that basket of, yeah, I believe I can do it, so I'm going to. Awesome. Go do it. You will find a way as long as that's your belief. But you have to work on those questions first. So with that, take that knowledge, take these questions, work on them right now. This concludes this episode of the Reinvent Your Life podcast. So now it is your turn to take this knowledge and apply it to your life. As always, if you know of anybody that needs to hear this or needs a big life change, please share this with them. I can only help so many people on my own, but with your help, I can triple, quadruple, quintuple that. So please share this. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. You can follow me on YouTube or hit me up, Chaz at riseabovelifecoaching.com. Same thing with YouTube, Rise Above Life Coaching. That's my channel. Please check me out. As always, take what you learned, apply it, and reinvent your life. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. Now go out and apply what you just heard to start your reinvention. Please subscribe, rate, and share this podcast with those that need it most.